Hey guys, I'm Jen, also known as Blessed Yoga on Instagram, and today I'm really excited to be joining up with the Sports Edit team to bring you a how-to on King Pigeon pose. So this is quite an advanced and a deep posture, so I think it's really important that we warm up our bodies first. So I'll take you through a few warm-up poses I like to do before I get into King Pigeon, and then I'll show you how to get into it. And if that's not accessible for you, I'll talk you through a few drills that you can use in your daily practice to build up to King Pigeon. So whenever you're ready, hop on your mat or you're good on the floor too, and we'll get started. Okay, so we're going to start out lying down onto our belly. So if you come down, all the way down, take your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to start by doing a few cobras to warm up the spine. As you inhale, start to press into your hands, press into the top of the feet, engage your glutes and start to lift your chest. Holding it for 3 breaths. Keep rolling your shoulders down your back, away from your ears. Taking a nice deep breath in and out. One more. And as you exhale, start to lower. Inhale to lift. Last inhale and exhale. Lower back down. Inhale, lift up. Keep elbows close to your body, shoulders down the back. Exhale, lower down. Good. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Keep pressing the tops of your feet into the mat. Make sure your bum's engaged. Big breath in. Exhale. Lower down. Good. Last one. Inhale. Lift up. Really squeeze your glutes. One more inhale. Exhale. Lower down. Good. Just making a nice pillow with the hands. Rest your head onto your hands. Give your hips a little wiggle out to release the lower back. Good. And then taking hands back underneath your shoulders, pushing yourself all the way up to a nice tabletop. So just making sure your wrists are stacked underneath your shoulders and knees underneath hips. And then we're going to start to walk our hands forwards away from us, coming into a puppy pose. Start to reach your chest down towards the mat, either taking your forehead down or your chin down to the floor, completely up to you what you go for. And then just check in that your hips are over your knees. And then holding here. Inhale. Exhale, soften your chest towards the ground. Breathing in. Inhale. Exhale to soften. Really let your ribcage expand out. Create space in the chest area. Last breath. Nice. And then start to lift yourself up. Walk your hands back towards you. And then we're going to step the right foot between our hands. Don't worry if you can't get it, you can always hitch it forwards with your hands. And then really lean into that front knee. You might want to come up onto fingertips to give your chest some space. Just opening up through that left hip. Just check in with your knee and see it's not riding over the front ankle. If it is, feel free to give it a little crawl forwards. One more breath. And then making sure your left hand is planted on the inside of your foot. You're going to kick up the back toes, look behind, and take a big reach around with your right hand and grab the outside of your foot. So your palms facing away from you, and you're grabbing pinky toe side of the foot. Breathing in And as you breathe out, maybe see if you can draw your heel a little closer towards your bum. Inhale in. And exhale. Last breath. Good. Gently release. Don't let your foot ping away from you. And take your hand back towards the floor. And then you're going to slide that right knee back in line with the other one and we'll come to the other side. Left foot steps through. And then really lean into that front knee. Don't let the left hip draw forwards too much and the right hip backwards so that you're opening to the side. Try and keep hips in line with each other. Again, checking in that that knee is nicely stacked onto that front ankle. Trying to lift open the chest. Just feeling that nice stretch through the right hip. One more breath. Good. And then planting the right hand down inside your foot, you're going to kick up the right toes, look over your left shoulder, and take a big reach around with the left hand and grab the outside of the right foot. Breathing here for 3, inhale. Exhale, see if you can pull a little closer. Try not to come out of that front knee to grab the foot. Keep leaning nicely into the front knee. One more breath. Gently release. Take the left hand back down and slide your toes and knee back to meet the other. Then we're going to come into a pigeon pose, one-legged pigeon pose. Sliding the right knee forwards to the right wrist. And then send your right toes out towards the left. And try and keep that foot flexed to protect your knee. Once you're here, going to slide that left leg back behind you. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, start to lower yourself down onto your forearms. Checking in that that left leg is nicely in line with your hip. And then just check that hips are in alignment with each other. So you're not leaning onto that right bum cheek or the left hip's not down, leaning that way. We're nice and square with the hips. If this is okay for you here, feel free to walk hands all the way out in front and take your forehead down. This is just a little bit of a deeper stretch. You can even push the floor away from you to really elongate through the body. And taking one final breath wherever you are. And then start to lift up, press into the hands. You're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee and take it a little bit closer to you again. And then slide the right knee back in line with the left. Coming to the other side, left knee slides forwards towards the left wrist. Turn your toes out towards the right. So you can almost see it makes a backward 7 with your shin and your thigh. And then we're going to slide that right leg back behind us. Check in that it's in line with your hip. Check your hips are in line with each other. And then take an inhale. As you exhale, come down onto your forearms. You know your options here. Please feel free to walk your hands all the way down to the floor. Rest your forehead down. If not, I'll stay with you up here in your forearms. Inhaling. And exhale. Good. Taking one more breath. And then pressing up into the hands. Tuck the back toes, scooch that knee a little closer towards you, and then slide your left knee back. And feel free, if you need a little break, to just take a child's pose. Rest your elbows down, head down. Send your bum towards your heels, and just rest here for a second. So now that we've done a little warm up, I'm going to show you how to actually get into a King Pigeon pose. So if you come to hands and knees, like we did before, we're going to send our right knee towards our right wrist, toes out towards the left, and try and flex that foot to keep your knee nice and safe. And then start to slide your left leg back behind you, and just look behind and check that it's in line with your hip and that your hips are in line with each other. Then taking your right hand to center, this is going to keep you stable when you lift the other hand away. Start to lift up the back foot towards the sky. Then from here, looking over the left shoulder, start to reach your left hand back behind you. And you're going to reach behind with your thumb facing down and your baby finger towards the sky, and grab on to the outside, so the pinky toe side of the left foot. Then from here, try and square your hips off again and start to lift your elbow up towards the sky. From here, if you feel stable enough, you're going to start to lift the right hand away from the floor and find your elbow with that hand. Then start to walk your hand down your forearm to try and find that back foot with your arm. Really open up through the chest. Engage your glutes. Hold here. And then really gently release. Take your hands back down. Slide your right leg back in line with the other one. And just take a child's pose. It's quite a deep back bend. Knees together, bum towards heels. And let your elbows rest down by your sides. Okay, coming to the other side. We're going to slide our left leg forwards towards our wrist, toes out towards the right. Try and flex that foot. And then slide your right leg back behind you. Check it's in line with your hip. And that your hips are in line with each other. And then we're going to take the left hand to center this time to stabilize. Start to look over the right shoulder and lift your back toes up off of the ground towards the sky. And then to reach behind, you grab with your thumb facing down, pinky finger towards the sky, and grab the outside of your foot. From here, try and re-square the hips, and then start to lift your elbow up towards the sky. If this isn't happening for you, or one side was possible and the other side's not, please do not worry. I'm going to give you some drills to help you in a second. And then if you feel stable here, you find your elbow with your other hand. Start to walk down to find your foot with both hands. Inhaling and exhale. Breathing in and out. Last one. Gently release. Take your hands down to the mat. Push yourself up and back and come into a child's pose. You can take your hands by your sides if you want, but really just giving your back a nice little rest. Okay, so if that was completely inaccessible for you, please do not worry. I'm going to give you some drills that you can do with the strap that really helped me build up to my King Pigeon pose. This is a really hard posture, it's quite advanced. So if you didn't get it, do not worry, give these ones a go. So all you need is a strap. You can even use a scarf or a tie. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but if you've got a strap, just make a loop in the end of the strap. And then pull it quite tight so it's quite small. And then you're going to sit down and strap up your left foot. So strapping around just under the ball of the foot, and then tighten around your foot, like so. Then, following the exact same thing we did before, we're gonna come into our pigeon. So just be careful that you don't trip over your strap. Send it out to the back. And then we're gonna slide the right knee back forwards, right toes out towards the side, and then slide the left leg back behind you. So coming into a one-legged pigeon, start out like that. Then we're gonna take the right hand to center, start to look over the left shoulder and kick your left toes up towards the sky. Then we're gonna reach behind, again, thumb pointing down, baby finger to the sky, and grab onto the strap. So give yourself a nice bit of space in the strap, and then from here, you're gonna take your elbow up to the sky, try and square off the hips, and work like that. Breathe in, and out. Inhale, and as you exhale, come back down. Maybe work your hand a little bit higher up the strap. As you inhale, lift up, and exhale. Inhale, and as you exhale, drop back down. Work a little bit closer towards your foot on the strap, and just working like this all the time, making your hand a little closer towards your foot up the strap. And then slowly release your foot, press into your hands, slide your right knee back. Just take a little break. Starting to lift back up. We're going to go on the same side again. So slide your right knee forwards towards your right wrist, and then slide that left leg back behind you. And once you've got that, you're going to take your right hand to center, kick up the back toes, and reach behind, thumb facing down, baby finger to the sky, and take your strap over your head, elbow to the sky. And then I want you to lift your right hand up as well and find the strap, or your other hand too. From here, you're going to really work on opening up through the chest, and slowly, as you work with your breath, maybe start to walk your hands down your strap. Really slowly, even if it's a tiny inch more. And then gently release. Hands come down, slide your knee back, and take a child's pose. Okay, starting to come to the other side. So we're going to need to strap up the other foot. So undo the one on the left and place it onto your right foot, and just tighten it. Not too much. Good. And then send your strap to the back of the mat, and we're going to come to hands and knees and start to come onto the other side. So we're going to send the left knee forwards towards the left wrist, toes out towards the right, and slide that right leg back behind you. Then you're going to take your left hand to center and start to lift your back foot up towards the sky. Then we want to reach behind with our thumb facing down and our baby finger to the sky, and keep the strap in the palm of the hand. Then grabbing onto it, leave a nice bit of space in the strap. Start to lift your elbow up towards the sky. Next breath out, we're going to lower down and maybe walk your hand a little further up the strap. Then as you inhale, take it up. Exhale, bring it down. Good, one more. Inhale, start to lift up. Exhale, Big breath in. Exhale. Bring it down. Releasing your strap, releasing your foot. Start to slide that front leg back towards the back of the mat and just take a child's pose to reset your back, reset the legs. And then starting to lift yourself back up to hands and knees. You're going to slide that left leg back forwards. This is the last bit, I promise. Heel toe your foot out towards the right. Slide your leg back. And then take your left hand to center. Look over the right shoulder. Lift your toes. Grab onto the strap with your thumb facing down and your baby finger to the sky, palm towards you, and start to lift your elbow up. Then if you feel stable enough here, you're going to reach the left hand back too, and slowly start to walk your hands closer towards your foot, up the strap. One more breath. Open up through the chest. And then gently release. Sending your knee back. Take your child's pose. And that, my friends, is how you get into a King Pigeon pose and how you build up the strength and flexibility to be able to do the full posture using just a strap. And this strap actually is available on the Sports Edit. It's by the amazing Yogi Bear, as is this mat. So I will link those in the bio below. And this outfit is also from the Sports Edit, so I'll drop the links for that too. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a like, comment your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe to the Sports Edit.